y'all, welcome back to my channel. So it's me, Queen Lizzie, and today we're going to be making some homemade spaghetti. This is something that I started to do for you guys on Sundays. Add a video of me making an actual meal, just to let you guys see a little bit more into my life. So we're in here, we're starting with onions and bell peppers, and we're going to saute those and let those cook down a little bit before we add in the ground beef, just so that we don't have to worry about them taking a long time to get soft. So after we brown our veggies and get them a little bit softer, I'm gonna go ahead on and add the ground beef, in, and I'm just gonna kind of mash it up a little bit and start to get that to turn brown. And then once that starts to brown a bit, we are gonna add in some other stuff. So yeah, we're gonna let that do its thing for a minute. And then I added in some black pepper, a little bit of salt, and then I just kind of left it there to do its thing. Okay, so after the ground beef starts to get halfway through, I'm gonna go ahead and add in a little bit of garlic powder and some Italian seasoning, some oregano, some basil, and I think I might have added a little parsley. And then for the Italian season, I use the herbs de Provence, which is honestly just still Italian herbs. But for some reason it has a different name. Maybe it's a little more souped up, you know. And then I'm gonna go ahead, mix all that in, mix all that goodness around, and let it get incorporated into the meat. So after the ground beef browns down, I added in a can of tomato sauce. I think it was a 28-ounce can of tomato sauce. I picked this up from Target, we're kind of making more of like a homemade sauce, so I'm not going to be using a can of spaghetti. You know, we want to be a little more souped up. We're getting a little more fancy with what we're doing here. Yeah, so I use tomato sauce from Trader Joe's, and then I use a can of crushed tomatoes from Target, and I added those in there together, and then I kind of incorporated everything for my meat sauce. And then I did go ahead and give it a taste to see what else I needed to add in. You know, because you got to taste as you go to see what's going on, because you might need some extra stuff. You got to taste every single step of the way as you're adding in different things. So I actually went ahead and added a little red wine. I kind of had forgot about it. When you add your red wine, you want to add the red wine to kind of deglaze the pan before you put the sauce in there, but I forgot, so I just added it in now, and we just gonna let it cook. And as it cooks down, that's gonna get all incorporated and everything in there, and it's gonna be sopped up, super good, all that good stuff. We're giving it another taste now that I've added that, and I realized that I needed to add in some more garlic, some more onion powder, and give it another mix around. And then I also added in a little bit of brown sugar. I didn't tell y'all that, but this here is my noodles, and I added in some of the cream cheese and a little bit of the meat sauce to it, and I'm gonna incorporate it a little bit, but not too much at first, because I don't want to like mush the noodles. I just kind of want to get them incorporated into everything. I know some people like to make their baked spaghetti into like just all the noodles on the bottom and then the meat sauce on the top, but I like to soup it up. I like to make everything kind of like go together a little more, incorporate, make it a little more flavorful. So I'm just going to keep repeating this process and getting everything mixed together, and then I'm going to dump the rest of my noodles in there. And then after I dump the rest of my noodles in, I'm going to go ahead and cover that with the rest of that meat sauce. And then after I work that all in, and it kind of gets to where I kind of like the way it looks, because you can totally do this like up to you. I just like to make sure I save a good little amount of meat sauce on the top. And then after I do that, I'm gonna stir it a little bit, but not a lot, because like I don't want a whole bunch of noodles on the top. I just kind of want it to soup together, because we're still gonna throw this in the oven. So I'm gonna go ahead in with some fresh mozzarella. It was a ball of mozzarella. I went ahead and chopped it up, and I'm just gonna add it all over the top. And then after I kind of layer that all over the top, I'm gonna go ahead, get it all spread out. Alright, after I get all of that added on top, I decided I'm gonna go ahead and add in my cheese. I had some Parm cheese, and then I also have some cheese from Trader Joe's. It's like a little 4 cheese pack. I think it's called like the Quattro or something like that. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna throw that in there. Yeah, so there we go with the cheese that I was telling y'all about. Then after I added that cheese in, I added a little bit of parsley on top, a little decoration. And now we are going to break into that bad boy so you can see what it looked like. Nice little cheese pull, like everything look top tier. I dropped my phone almost trying to show y'all that. And there we go. And then I had a little salad on the beginning. And then there is the baked spaghetti. And now you guys have my recipe. I'm also going to post the recipe in the comments. Also add some garlic bread with it. And thank you guys. See you in my next video.